come join us today on the original Sound of Music tour. All right, good morning everybody. Are we ready to go to the Sound of Music tour? The original Sound of Music tour. In we go.
All right, we're going to have a great morning. We're going to be one big family full of love. This movie's about love and courage and hope and everything. We got a TripAdvisor review once that said they liked the tour but could have done without the singing and music. Yeah, not the right tour for you if that's going to be how you'll feel. We will have some fun with that a bit later when we get out of the city. But while we're in the city, I will be doing a lot of talking so that I can tell you about the city, about the making of this movie, and about the real story of the Von Trapps, because in case you didn't know, it is based on a true story, and the family lived here in Salzburg. Corner there is the Hotel Bristol, where the captain and Liesl stayed during filming, and on the right hand side we've got the Hotel Sacher, which is where Julie Andrews was. She was 29 and she had her 18-month-old baby daughter Emma there, so she had busy mum nights there after her long days of filming. Is the 60th anniversary of The Sound of Music. It was released in 1965. So they chose two different palaces and they joined it together to make it look like one. One of them is the Von Trapp family home that you see whenever you see the house behind them, a beautiful yellow building. The other one is the backyard, and we're going to stop and see their backyard first of all. It's a palace called the Leopoldskron Palace. And it was built in 1736 by an archbishop for his nephew as a private residence. It's changed hands many times over the years and is now a beautiful hotel. Is anyone staying there? No? Oh, yes? Lovely. It's a beautiful hotel, and the lovely thing about staying in this hotel is that the breakfast room is the golden ballroom.
All right, so we're walking around the lake, ready to go to our first photo opportunity and first area that they're going to explain, which is actually the hotel we're staying at. So we know this area well now.
And so this is where they filmed the terrace scenes, the balcony, the gardens, and the lake scene. Now the lake, yesterday was the first day, it's frozen, so it's very icy.
First day.
That's there is to rescue all, apparently, the Aussies who get excited, as I've been told, and always think, oh, I can walk on there. No, you can't walk on there just yet. But in about another month, they will be ice skating. It will be frozen enough. Statues are the concrete coming out of the water, the little stairs there coming out of the water with the concrete blocks. That is where they then built the terrace. There's a paved path all the way up from those concrete blocks, and they copied the entrance to the real palace. What they didn't anticipate were the fans. They started coming to Salzburg pretty quickly, and they wanted to see that gazebo. We'll put it somewhere they can see it, and they moved it in front of the palace and put it in the gardens at the front so people could take photos from outside. But more and more and more and more people came into it, and they had to move it all together. So then they put it over there behind you. It's not there anymore, but when it was put there, it was damaged, vandalised, people sleeping in it. It was a big mess, so they had to get rid of it altogether. It was put into a shed, and that was the end of the gazebo for a while. A couple of years later, it was taken back out. It's now at a safe new location that we will go and see next, so we will see the gazebo. The last thing is the lake. Now today's a bit hard to swim because it's frozen, but it was pretty cold the day they did it as well. It was in spring, but the water was still really cold, and they did it 4 times. And the extra challenge they had was that little Gretel, played by Kim Karath, couldn't swim, and she had a big fear of water. So let's make a plan so Kim feels safe. They had her standing with Julie, so Julie could hold her up as they fell over, as the boat was tipped. They had scuba divers under the boat ready to jump in if they needed to, and they had people standing right around the terrace there to jump in if they needed, because they capsized it right there where that person is down on the waterfront, that little kid playing with the ice. The first 3 takes went exactly as planned, no dramas whatsoever. Not so much the last one, because Julie lost balance when the boat started rocking, and she went, "Captain, you're home!" Whoop, out the back of the boat, feet in the air, and out she went. The kids all jumped out of the road like they were used to doing at each other time, but that left Gretel in the boat by herself. It kept going, it tipped, and in she went to the lake by herself. Under the water she went, but up she came, because we know that. We will see it in the movie, because that's the take they used.
So this is the Sound of Music bus that we are travelling around in. The original Sound of Music tour.
Really nice being able to get on and off because it's warm.
Yeah.
Now we have the Frauenberg Palace, which was the Von Trapp family home in the movie. So we had roll throwing stones up at the window. We had the kids pushing the car out of the courtyard. We had Maria skipping through the trees over there, doing her jumps and skipping with her guitar.
Oh,
all the way
yes, the
along
yellow
that beautiful
wall.
yellow wall to the gates, which are open there. She went through the gates and around the roundabout up to the front door and rang the doorbell. The butler answered the door and she said, "Hello, Captain." Exactly what the real Maria von Trapp did. So I Have Confidence was filmed down the other end of this laneway, down there. So you can walk all the way down there to the Fromberg, about 20 minutes or so. But we're going to go and see the gazebo.
Ooh, through the big gates out to the rotunda. The gazebo. Oh, it's so pretty. Smaller than you imagine.
The first thing most people think is it looks a bit smaller than you would think. That's because they use it for all the outside shots, but it is the original from the Palace Gardens over at the Leopoldskron. The reason why it looks smaller is because they filmed it had the garden, used the outside shots, but for the dance sequences that we're also familiar with, they needed a lot more camera and lighting equipment on set in Hollywood. And so they made a second one. It had hinges there, and it opened up the front like a Barbie playhouse. But the benches and everything are original. But the door is locked, unfortunately, so we're not going to all jump around seat to seat. Liesl also had an accident during filming, and she slipped off one of the seats and put her foot right through the glass. The director came to her and said, "Are you okay?" Anyway, we need to do this scene because it's the last one that we're filming. So it was the last scene filmed for the whole movie. And so he said, "We'll have to use your double." And she said, "Yeah, no, that's not happening. I've rehearsed for 6 months to do this, and I'm absolutely doing it." So she was an absolute trooper to get that scene that we know.
So here we are in front of the beautiful glass house, the beautiful rotunda. All right, back to the bus we go. He's gone to the toilet. They've just called everyone to get back on the bus, but he hasn't had a photo in front of the rotunda yet. So I'm waiting for it to come out the bathrooms. We're running back to the bus because we don't want to be called out as bad people. We're on the bus. Turning into a karaoke bus. We're heading up the mountain now, going to the next spot, which is about 40 minutes away. We got
The first three notes just happen to be A, Mi, Do, Re. So go!
You just say Gilgan down here. This is where they used one of the scene setting, and we're going to let you out of the bus to take some photos.
Okay, so we're going to jump off the bus. Oh, slippy.
Pretty, huh?
Look at all the snow on the ground. Isn't that stunning, Paris?
Yeah, it was very slippery here.
The lady was just saying this is where they flew the helicopter across the lake and the church area for that opening scene. We've got snow on the mountains. Looks like we're getting back on the bus. We've got our next karaoke song happening. Oh, that was lovely. What a lovely finish. Oh, another classic, another classic. Ole, 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 ole. We've just got off the bus and we're going to go to, what was the place? Where Maria got married. We've got 1 hour in this town. She's going to show us the toilets, the ATM,
the souvenir shop,
and
an apple strudel with custard.
Oh yes.
So 8 buses during the summertime.
Yeah, 3 running today. Yeah, but you can just see it's like bus in, bus out, bus in, bus out.
So today is the day after Christmas. So this is the 26th of December.
Boxing Day.
So all pretty quiet in the street.
This is Monse. This is the beautiful St. Michael's Basilica. You go in through the archway on the left behind the Christmas tree. That's where you can go and have a wander down that beautiful church. Over there at the Cafe Brown is where they do the amazing apple strudel with warm vanilla custard.
This is insane. Everyone's just running for the strudel. Everyone's running for the strudel. Oh, people aren't going to be able to handle it at the strudel. Yes, they should share it out. Share it out. Right, we're coming in the store for apple strudel. you've scored this wonderful booth. I'm going to go look at the cakes in the window. Right, let's have a look at this. There's lots of options. It does. Alright, so the man just came around to collect our order. You had to be really fast because he's got about 80 people here to quickly cater for, and they would know that the buses are coming and going.
2 buses to come.
Yeah, 2 more buses to come. So I got a chocolate cake, Dad got a hot chocolate, Paris and Mum got the apple strudel. Our tour guide is from Australia. How fun is that? Entered Act 2 of her life and decided that she was going to pack up. She kept a motorbike, sold everything else. Yep, I heard her say that. And moved to Austria 18 months ago. Her children live in Switzerland. Where else?
England.
Yes.
All over the place.
They're all split
Yeah.
up, so she was just roaming around. Sounds pretty good.
Our food will probably come out super quick.
Yeah.
It'll just be like,
They're just going to go strudel, strudel, strudel. We've had our first load of items come out.
Austrian apple strudel with custard.
Wow.
Wow.
Hot custard too.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. See, he's like running. That's mine.
Oh, I thought it was for me. Oh.
Let's try mine. Yeah, it's like a weird wet texture. It's good flavour. Kind of a bit cheesecakey.
So this is the lovely little cafe that we just went and had our apple strudel with custard at. And it was very busy, but they had plenty of room.
Okay, so we're heading into the church where Maria and the captain got married. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice little souvenir.
They've given us these postcards, so that's nice. Everyone got a postcard each.
Oh, look at you guys, all being back on time, found your way. I'm so proud of you. Now, something I didn't mention earlier is that we don't get Austrians very often on this tour, and that's because it was never popular in Austria, this movie. It's lasted less than 3 weeks in the cinemas, and then it was taken out due to low ticket sales. The Nazi theme in it was just too strong. They didn't want that on their screens, way too sensitive a topic for them at the time.
We're just going to watch a video for the next 40 minutes.
Julie Andrews shot the opening number.
In the hole where the dancing is people say
Your turn, you know what to do.
This section of the tour we're heading to Mirabelle Gardens. Which was iconic in a lot of the play clothes, Do Re Mi section of the musical, the movie. Oh, we've made it to the stairs, the hoppy stairs.
Okay, here we go. Here's Lily's moment of copying Maria up the stairs, and boom! So this here behind Lily is where they do their dance sequence around the fountain.
I wish I could run around the edge of
I
it.
know. See how they've put a barricade around?
But if I
This-
do
This is as close as we can get.
Look at these stunning patterns on the floor. You've got the fortress up on the hill.
It really makes mowing hard, doesn't
Wow. Yeah, you'd have to like really go around those pot plants.
Go around all of this.
Oh, there's another statue that she stood in front of.
Oh, and then they walk through like that.
Yes, they walked through the zigzag. Well done, film crew. We tried doing the diagonal walk crossing. It was very busy, and we had to have all cast members in sync, so that was tough. Let's hope we got some sort of footage. Welcome to Skolox, Leopoldskron, Salzburg.
So this area here is where the Von Trapp kids fall out of the boat with Maria. They don't have the horse statues on the side, which is what tricked us. The horse statues are down in front of the castle, down there. But they must have moved them because we got told that this is the spot because they wanted the trees in the frame, and down there they don't have trees in front of the castle. So they moved it here. They must have taken the horses away. But that was an interesting fact. And this is where the kids would have climbed up after falling out of the boat just here. They came up those stairs and then lined up where Alex and Paris are, and while the captain stood over here and told them all off.